Mike Bohn joined now by Renato Moicano, who headlines UFC Paris on Saturday versus Benoit Saint Denis. Renato, I know you've been there for a little bit now. Are you getting a feel of any French? If I say "Comment ça va," do you know what I'm saying yet? Or
Bonsoir. Bonjour. I know.
there you go.
Are
Love
you
it.
French? Do you speak French?
Very small amount. I live in Canada, right? And like they make you
Okay.
take it in elementary school and partially through high school, but I never actually finished it. I dropped it and tried Spanish, which I wasn't very good at either. So I
Okay.
struggle with the second language, but nothing like you. You obviously kill it. How's it been over there, man?
Very good. Very good. Nice.
Yeah, you just did a face off with him, right? How long ago was that?
2 hours ago, 1 hour and a half, something like that.
Okay. How was it? You kind of get to stare him down. It looked like it was a cool setting in the background and stuff. What'd you take away from that?
I didn't take too much, right? It's still Tuesday. I don't know why we did the face off today. I think the on Friday is going to be more, you know, more raw, right? Today was too respectful, and there is no point and start to be pumped on Tuesday, right? I will wait a little bit more.
Yeah, manage the energy. I know they do
Yeah.
like fight weeks a little bit different in Europe, right? So that's probably the team who set up early. Do you guys have like an open workout or anything this week too, or is it just the media
No, no.
weigh-ins?
Thanks God, just media day and weightings. Thank you so much because a lot of interviews, man, the whole day, and I think Thursday is going to be the same.
Yeah. Well, you've got a taste of the main event experience before, but does this feel different than what you had, in the last one against Korean Zombie?
Very different, very different, especially with the weight cut. Back in the day, uh, my weight cut was too hard and I was just surviving to, and now I can enjoy a little bit more. So I went to Paris early. So I got here on Saturday, so I had a chance to go to the Louvre and to to walk a little bit through the city and way better. So this times is being better.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I mean, those weight cuts were crazy, man. I mean, do you feel like you're a fully formed lightweight now, and this is like you've completely grown into this weight class?
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe one day I will have to go to 170 because I'm getting too heavy and I'm getting old too. So, but the weight cut is being okay, is being good. So I'm feeling pretty happy about everything.
How do you think the rest of the weekend fight night is going to go in terms of like the crowd? You mentioned it's going to get more intense. I saw Michael Bisping doing like some analysis of this fight, and he's like, Moicano has no idea what he's stepping into with that arena with those crazy French fans. Do you think that's something you're going to have to like manage at all in terms of, whether it pumps you up too much or just them being against you, whatever that could bring on Saturday?
No, I think he's right. I have no idea what is going to happen because I saw through TV, but TV is different. But
Hmm.
it is what it is, my brother. They're not fighting. They're not entering the cage. So the fight is going to be decided between me and Benoit Saint Denis.
Yeah, and you fought in Brazil a few times. I know you're from there, but I'm sure the rowdy crowds is something you're not unfamiliar with by any stretch.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm happy because let the fans be fans. Let they cheer. Let they hate. Let they love. I don't care. I'm here to do my job.
What was the crowd like when you fought Aldo in Brazil? I can't remember. Like, was it pretty split down the middle, or were they kind of against
No, no,
fighting
they
the
were
legend?
fucking.
Or
Yeah, they were all cheering for Aldo. So I don't have any problems with that. If I was in the crowd, I would be too. So I don't hold any grudge, and I'm in France. So what expect? I'm expecting they love him.
yeah, and I mean, I love the spot for you too, though, man. Obviously, the main event, well deserved. What you've been doing of late. This is the type of opponent you should be getting. Like, is this all kind of perfect circumstance of where you think you need to get for the next step in this career here?
I think so, but I don't. At the same time, I don't. I'm not thinking too much about that. I'm truly just thinking about mm, uh, the stuff that I can control and they can do. I cannot control who my opponent is. I don't. I can even not control my performance. I can control my training, my weight cut, and go over there and deliver my best. Deliver my best. Do what I got to do, and I will.
Why do you say you can't control your performance? Because a lot of fighters will say that is one thing they can control. Do you just think that kind of your preparation goes into the performance in terms of like you're almost fighting on autopilot. So if you prepare right, the performance will live up to that.
No, people they say they can control the performance didn't talk to the opponent before, right? So I have to ask, hey Benoit, let me take you down the first round and finish you. No, it's not gonna be like that. He's trying to win. I'm pretty sure he had a good training camp too. So it is what it is, you know. Sometimes I see Sean Strickland talking like that. It's a fight. Everything can happen. That's true. And that's true. We never know. I never thought of Sean Strickland beating Adesanya and then Drico Duplessis beating Adesanya. Is a fight. Everything can happen, and that's why I love MMA. You know, because even being the underdog, even people doubting on me, that gives me extra motivation, and I will be there on Saturday, September 28th, to shock the world and the whole France crowd.
What do you think of Benoit coming into this fight? Because obviously he was on that great winning streak. He was finishing everyone, and then he got the big step up against Dustin and didn't go his way. He had some moments of success, but he says he had like the staph infection. It wasn't his full performance, but like he didn't look like he didn't belong in there with someone of Dustin's caliber. So like, do you think you're kind of going to be the real proof of whether he's like a super elite lightweight, or what do you just kind of make of him?
Yeah, I think UFC put the fight to because they can. UFC works like that. They can gain of every result, right? If I beat Benoit Saint Denis, I am in a good position. I get this main event, the popularity, the audience, and if he beats me, I am. It's gonna be good for him too because I'm a veteran. So UFC always benefit from whatever. So I don't really care. I am focused on myself, on my training camp, like I say, on the fight week, and to deliver the best result that I can.
You're in the co-main event here, and Brendan Allen is in the co-main event. You're in the main event, and you both have 6 rear naked choke wins in the UFC. Second place is Kenny Florian with 7, and then Damian Maia holds the all-time record with 9. Are you and Brendan both going to be getting rear naked choke wins this weekend? Are you going to tie Kenny for second with one? How's this going to shake out? Who's going to move up the leaderboard first here?
I don't know. I hope I get the rear naked choke because even though it's 6 on the UFC, it's 10 overall. So I think I have more rear naked chokes than even Demian Maia. So I don't know. It's not something that I plan, but every time I get on somebody's back, I finish them. So it's not something that I'm planning, but I think the way I'm built, right, tall, very tall, lean. Uh, that makes the rear neck choke easy. So let's see what happens. I'm not thinking about Brandon Allen too. I just think about myself.
Yeah, I mean, to even be in like a category with Damian Maia being a jiu-jitsu player coming from the background and everything, does that mean something to you? I mean, to kind of stack up with one of the all-time great submission artists in the UFC.
Not really, because I don't consider myself a pure jiu-jitsu fighter. I was never at the same level of Damian Maia, especially on the grappling competition. I don't have any uh, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu pedigree. I never really had a career with the gi. I am an MMA fighter. I'm very complete. I can take down, like I defend takedown. I'm striker. I'm an MMA fighter. So I will be happy to have more submissions because of MMA, not Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah. So did you like come up through the jiu-jitsu ranks? Do you have a black belt even, or like anything like that? You never really went up through those.
I have a black belt, but doesn't mean anything for me. In the meaning that it's MMA, it's not jiu-jitsu. I'm
Yeah.
not pulling guard. I'm not playing the whole game. I'm not. I'm an MMA fighter. So when people ask me, I don't even say I'm a black belt because it's MMA. It's completely different.
Yeah. You want the gold belt. That's the one that makes more.
I want money on my pocket, Mike.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this one seems like it could be good. I know you get a main event bonus and stuff like that too. Hopefully, a performance of the night. Do you think you win here? Is it going to be the Paddy Pimblett fight? Like, is that? I'm sure everyone's asking you about this every interview about Paddy, so I don't want to get too much into it. But do you think they're going to try to set that up after this one?
I think so. I think so. And that's going to be a good fight. If they can do the ultimate fight, that would be even greater. Imagine that two motherfuckers that don't speak English on on national TV with subtitles. That would be fun.
You're down to put your career on hold for like 9 months to tape that and for it to air and everything, or would you rather just fight him right
It's
away?
9 months. It's nine
Well,
months.
I mean, it has to record for like 6 weeks
Oof.
and then it airs. So I'm guessing by the time you would start filming and by the time you would fight, it would be like 7 to 9 months.
Yeah, depends on the money. I don't
Yes.
know if they make more money, but if the money is right, I don't have to fight. But if it's not that much money, I would rather be competing because I'm getting old, right? So I have to take advantage of the time.
Yeah. Do you look at Paddy as a harder fight now after seeing what he did to Bobby Green than maybe before?
Harder than the hooker, brother. You know?
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Like his last fight, he did great against Bobby Green. What can I say, right?
Yeah.
He did good. Bobby Green's a tough fighter. Bobby Green is very hard to finish. Bobby Green, even though Bobby Green is more of a boxer, he has a very good defensive grappling, and the transition was good. The transition for the guillotine to the triangle and then finishing him, I think, was a great performance.
Yeah. You say better than harder than Dan Hooker. Are you just not a fan of Dan Hooker, or what's the little shot at Dan Hooker there?
A little bit. He's above me on the rankings, right?
Yeah.
And I say to you, I like easy fights. So who knows what happened?
Yeah, it's all about Saturday. A lot's going to hinge on this, man. And really looking forward to seeing you get this opportunity once again in the main event. This is where you belong. So appreciate the time, Renato, and hope the rest of the week goes smooth over there in Paris.
Thank you so much, my brother. Have a great day.